What up, guys? On our way to Connelly's gym in Birmingham. Gonna smash some interviews and get some rounds in. Let's fucking go. Boom! Okay, we're here at Connelly's gym. It's cold, wet. The gym's awesome though.
Gym's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Isn't it?
We're gonna try and get some interviews with some of the boys and get a few rounds in. So,
Wish us luck.
yeah, we're both ill. Fuck it. Let's do it. Sweet. Welcome to Putting the World to Fights. We're coming at you from Connelly's gym in Birmingham. We're here with Michael and James. So let's get into it.
Awesome. Well, thanks for letting us come back down here and having a chat with you. Obviously, post what was going to be your world title fight on the 3rd of December.
Yeah.
I'm sure you all know that kind of went to shit after it all kind of kicked off. I mean, the most important thing is obviously what happened from your point of view after it all kicked off in the stands that made the fight not happen for you.
Well, I didn't see it kick off in the stands or anything like that. I was in my change room, and this was 1 hour before my actual walkout time, which was 10:35. My walkout time off, so we're looking at 9:30. This is. I'm on the massage chair, just got my legs warmed up, about to start doing the pads, and then people started coming into my change room. My daughter, a couple of my friends saying, "Oh, it stopped. The show's off." I'm thinking, huh? So obviously, instead of me running out into the crowd to see who was out the front, because obviously my trainer's saying, "Stay there, let me go and have a look." He's come back on. Now the fight's still on. He said, carry on warming up. The fight's still on. So there's me. I'm bouncing on the spot. As I'm bouncing on the spot, then my door's open to my change room, and I can see everyone moving about, everyone commotion going on. So I was thinking, what's going on here? And then he's come back in again. My trainer has gone on. It's all off. Everyone's left the venue. I said, what do you mean? Everyone's left the venue? He said, there's 2,500 people out there. 3,000 people. Have they just gone? So what I've done then, as I've come walking out, I've walked out into where the crowd to see. Empty. It was empty. Like, if you've ever been to you saw it on the day of the weigh-ins and stuff. Yeah. It's empty when there's no one in there, isn't it? So there was no one there. And then obviously when I've come into that next year, I walked back into the change room. I've got my opponent, Marley Churcher, his missus, his team, all in my change room, having pictures with JK and Sammy Hamed. Everyone's having pictures now, like, cause obviously you can understand, like, I mean, it's no fault, no. We should be expected to fight when our people's not there, you know. I've done a lockdown show before when I fought for my last world title. It was a lockdown show with no one there. It's horrible, you know what I mean? Especially when so many people have paid so much money for the tickets. It's just put a dampener on the whole thing. So when these pictures are getting taken in my change room, I'm chatting to my opponent. Remember, I'm about to kill this guy an hour before, and I'm having a flipping normal civilised conversation with him, you know. So everything just went down from there. It took me over a week just to get my head around what actually happened, but that was the short and long of it, you know, like a case of 1 minute I'm getting ready for a fight, 1 hour, getting into that sort. I was in the mode anyway. You can imagine what sort of mode I was in an hour before the fight, and then they come in and they've cut it dead. Yeah. You know, and horrible it was.
Extremely difficult situation. I mean, for a boxer, you know, 45 minutes an hour out, he's in the dressing room, he's zoned in, all the training's done. Yeah. You know, as a boxer, you know, it's as much mindset as it is physical. You know, so, and you know, when you fight for a world title, big deal, top of the bill. He doesn't get any bigger than that at the O2. You know, all the last 10 weeks he done was all directed towards that, all that hard work, you know, and so literally come to a halt because the arena's full and the place is absolutely packed.
It was ecstatic.
It was
like electric in there.
Yeah. So if you've been through, Mike, if you've been to a couple of ones before that, the one as busy as that, that one was a busy one. Trust me. I've got a picture of before and after. I didn't want to put it up. I was going to we go from this until this. I've actually got videos of the little fights coming off, and it's not even BKB's fault when you look at it, mate. It was security's fault when the security should have been containing little fights that usually happen in local boozers and got them out, not telling everyone to leave the venue because you're never going to get them back in. No. You're never going to get them back in.
Well, again, it's, you know, these things happen in music concerts, you know, glove boxing fights. It happens. I mean, people have a pint and turn into Rocky Balboa, don't they? You know, and so, you know, it happens, but you know, security, you got to get a grip on that, you know, and so immediately and shut it down.
There were a lot of stewards that I saw was trying to like contain things and stuff like that. And security's supposed to have a security procedure, man. If anything that kicks off, then something's going to be done. So I don't think, and that's it really, you know. That's it.
Oh, apparently there's a few little spats that happened on the build.
I heard a knife,
Yeah.
someone got stabbed,
Didn't-
someone got this. Once you start hearing knife, man,
Yeah.
they start
Yeah.
dispersing everyone. They don't care about
That's
fights.
it.
Yeah,
They get
yeah.
people out there, but there was no knife pulled. No one did get stabbed. And,
No.
you know what it's like, the word of mouth and Chinese
Oh, it's
whispers,
fair.
mate. It got worse and worse as the night went on. But
So I think the worst I heard was the one bloke, he got hit with a bottle in it because it gassed his head
Yeah,
open.
somebody threw a bottle, Corona bottle,
Yeah, something like
that they'd snuck into the, you know.
into the
yeah,
thing.
I heard little things that weren't going correctly as far as people pushing into the VIP area.
Yeah.
VIP people having to go up to the bar and get their drinks when it should be brought to them. Like, it's never happened before. Any other show I've ever been at. I always say about bare knuckle fights, I thought, the bare knuckle where you're not going to see the fights in the crowd because it's all happening in front of your face with the bare hands. You know what I mean? Like, you want to see blood and that, it's there. You don't need to fight in the crowd. It's not like the boxing. And I never saw that happen before in my life, especially 2,500 people getting told to leave the venue.
Exactly.
Again, fans come to see the boxers, perform.
Yeah.
And for them to cause, an incident,
Yeah.
and shut down a show.
Yeah.
Lucas, they're not fans.
Me
of
and Marley
boxing.
on that show,
Simple as that.
we done
Yeah,
over
yeah.
140 tickets each.
Yeah.
So you're talking as close to 300 people there, mate.
Yeah.
Well,
And then we had Smudge's firm that was there. Then we
Yeah.
had the Welsh firm that was there. That was with me
Yeah.
as well. So it was boiling. I'm a walkout. Sometimes I'm stunned, but we'll get there again. The thing is,
Yeah,
about
of
this,
course.
we get to go and fight again, and we get to go all this again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't really mind about doing the training again. So I just feel like I should be world champion now. It's put a pause on things, if you know what I mean. I have to go back and do the same as what I've done the weeks before and do it all again, which is the most
It is.
frustrating.
I mean, on
thing.
the Sunday morning, it's got to be difficult for any boxer when you should be
Yeah.
waking up as a world champion.
Oh, man,
You're
yes.
not,
Yeah.
So and you got your plans, what you're going to do after, where you're going to a break, a holiday, whatever.
Yeah.
All stops.
Yeah.
Everything
went-
down because
I went-
everything was
can't
planned,
quite
you know what I'm saying?
imagine
And you got to
that
process
situation.
that, and
Yeah.
you feel a bit flat because you should be world champion. And
Yeah.
come March, whenever it's we're scheduled to, that should be a defence of.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah.
I want you to move on from there.
You've
you
got
know
to
what I
draw a
mean?
line at some point.
It's
So
your
it is what it
career,
is.
isn't
It's
it?
out of the control
Yeah.
of everybody
Yeah.
involved. What can you do?
Yeah, you can't dwell on
got to
something
park it,
that's
crack
out of
on.
They still paid me, Big Heavy paid me
Yeah.
and stuff
Oh,
like that,
yeah,
and
yeah.
anyone who had tickets from my last fight and stuff like that, all get them tickets back. No one's lost out on anything. It's just,
No.
I'd rather be the one that lost out than any of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
if they
yeah.
paid all that money in and never got a good night out of it and all that, it always just gets moved again.
Yeah. Well, that's good though, because I mean, it speaks volumes about your character and obviously the character of BKB, kind of like honouring all of that and being allowed to obviously continue and get your supporters back in for the next one.
Yeah, and it wasn't a total loss. There were some great fights on that night.
Yeah,
The ones
yeah,
that got
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Also,
10 was
really
a 10,
good
there was
night.
10 before the
Yeah.
cut.
Yeah, 10 got out.
And
So it wasn't a total loss.
Yeah.
And some great fights as well.
Yeah.
Not only on the first fight with one of our boxers, Smudge.
Yeah,
he did
Smith
fucking awesome.
boxed perfectly well. Tony Lafferty getting all the
Yeah.
British.
Jesus, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal for him.
Chad
Yeah,
Kelly,
yeah.
did you see
He's
that?
tried.
Yeah, yeah, so that one,
Kelly.
Martin Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant, good man.
He-
Some great fights, and then again, for the fans weren't totally.
No, when I left the venue,
Yeah.
when I left the venue after I went over to that all bar one, the all bar ones come out, mate, listen, I must have had about flipping 80 people in there stringing Come On Connelly, you know what I mean? So by the time I was in there, next thing I ain't had a drink in 3 months, I'm getting drink past me here, I'm getting a drink past me there, I'm drinking now, I'm drinking this. Next time my head's falling off, you know what I mean? I've got my British belt with me.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks I've won the flipping world belt. Everyone's asking for pictures. I'm thinking like, just go along with it. Just go along with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I had that other belt, but yeah, it was just mind-boggling at the end of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was horrible, mate. You know, and I hate waking up in London anyway. You know, when you wake up in London, you got to get out with the traffic.
Yeah,
I had to
traffic's
do it without
horrible.
no belt, without no fight, man. I was just like that.
Yeah.
I think I went there riding in a Range Rover. I think I come back in the back seat of a Jag, mate. I was just like out on the way back. 'Cause I didn't even want to be the scene. You know what I mean? But yeah, we go again. We'll go again.
Yeah.
Has it been set yet for you?
As won't be set yet because we've got a Thailand show coming up,
Yeah.
and Jim Freeman and Joe, they seem to like let things
Yeah, one at a time.
one at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Not
not
get
no
any
talking
choice.
about it. Let's see what the date is.
Yeah.
Let's see what we're going to work out. And I mean, so
And they're probably going to have some discussions with the venue again if they are back at the O2.
of course, don't mate. This is money at the end of the day, and I don't see it not being back at the O2. But over some easy fights, they know the cause and know the people who's actually causing the fight. The thing is about the whole thing. Not one of Marley's.
No.
Not one of my teams, not any one of our people caused one bit of fight. They never have.
It was
Never
a
have.
fighter's family, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
you
I know
guys.
exactly
Yeah,
whose fight
yeah.
it was.
We all
and
do, yeah.
They know who it is. And to be honest with you, it's typical.
Yeah.
But it is, because if it's any one of ours, they'll be held accountable.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Oh, mate, if one of my people went there and fought,
And stop that event.
Yeah.
they'll be held accountable.
Oh, mate,
it's a simple.
I wouldn't want to be paid, mate. If one of my people would have kicked off that, I would have keep the dough, mate. I would have made the guy that caused the trouble pay me. You know what I mean? I swear, someone would have had to be reimbursed me, except BKB, because that to me, that's why I've got to be very careful who you give these tickets out to, you know what I mean? There's loads of people ask me for tickets, full due respect to them, and I won't sell them the ticket.
No.
I'll say they're sold out or something. Why? Because I give them a ticket, mate, it takes one drink in a crowd of people, and it's lighting up the place, you know what I mean? And at the end of it, I get the brunt of it, you know.
Yeah, representing you in your gym as well.
Yeah. Exactly that, mate. And we never, ever since I've started bare knuckle in 2008, we have never had a problem with anything. Never, not one fight from our people. Mike, have we?
No,
never have, never. Anyone we bring, we never have. And we stand on that. That's how we are as a family and how we are as people, man. We have no one coming and kicking off and disrespecting what's going on and stuff like that. It's all supposed to be good at the end of the day.
Well, you're all professionals. I mean, everything that we've seen after you being a trainer as well.
Absolutely.
Your aspect of it is
this is what this gym
professional.
this is what this gym and environment is.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's here to produce.
Yeah.
Egos that left at the door.
Yeah.
You know, and so, or in here, you know, and so, because you're going to find out in here. Ego ain't going to get you anywhere, you know, and so that's for damn sure.
We can't be trying to build in what we're trying to build here and stuff like that, and then going to venues and stuff like that, and now people kicking off and that. I think that's the worst, mate.
Exactly. I mean, that's your typical Saturday night in the
It's
nightclub.
bad, mate. It's
what
bad.
you're finding boxing gyms, and certainly this gym, you know, so is, you know, discipline.
Yeah.
Exactly. In all boxing gyms, from amateur through to
Yeah.
pro gym, it's discipline. And you ain't lasting in these gyms if you don't have it.
No.
You know, so if you come into environments you want to be around, you know, BKB, glove boxing, whatever, you know, then you're going to come with a bit of discipline, a bit of respect for the sports as well as the boxers, because they're going to know what you go through to get ready for it. You know, and
exactly.
And all the process. It's not just physical training; it's the mental part. And we all know in boxing, 8% here, 20% here.
Yeah.
You know, it's all of that. It's a huge thing for someone to do, and then for somebody to shut it down because of, you know, we don't associate with that. You know, full stop, and we never will.
No, fair play to you. Fair play to you.
So, looking forward to your next fight. Obviously, you don't know a set date. Are you going to start the training soon, or? Are you
I look at it like this. Where we're at now, we're on a couple of days before Christmas. I always like to think. I think it's March the 24th is their date on that show. Yeah. So look at March 24th now. All of March, all of Feb. Started January the 10th, maybe. You know what I mean? Might get an 8-week out of this one, might get a 9 one, but I won't be as unfit as when I started the last camp, so I might even start January the 2nd or 3rd or something like that, you know what I mean? Once I start doing some training, I won't stop then. Yeah. And then obviously I'll take all the February as my training camp, all of the March, and taper out that last week. That's it really. I used to do the 8 to 10 week training camp, and it will be no different for this one.
It is. Well, with James and Smudge, they came into their camp fit.
Yes.
So they didn't spend any period of that camp getting fit. They were straight on it immediately because they'd done pre-camp, done so training. They were ready to go.
I was dying that first 2 weeks, man. Dying, mate. Dying, man.
You got to get them cobwebs off. You got to get a rust off.
You just feel like you don't want to do it anymore.
You don't waste any part of that camp.
Yeah.
You know, unless it's productive. You know?
Yeah.
So smart training. And again, we've seen from Smudge, Shane, we didn't see from James on the night. We've seen the quality that came out on the night.
It was
phenomenal debut for him.
He was on first, and I was going to be on last.
But he's meant to be on second.
It's the first show I've ever been. It's the first show I've ever been main event, and that's another thing as well. I want to be main event on this next one as well. It's March 24th. But when you got a few of the old legends flying around and that, you got to get Sweeney's the thing and that. I feel like I should be taking over main event on that, because that's my first time I've ever been main event as well.
Yeah.
It was a big show, mate. You know what I mean? It was a big. When I look back on it now and I see all the promotion that went on it, it's a big show, mate. You know what I mean? And 14 fights as well. It was 14, wasn't it?
Yeah, on Amazon now as well, isn't it? So
Amazon Prime. I think it's on everything now, mate. For these guys, and not a household name already.
Yeah, absolutely. People use that as their fundamental media source, don't they?
So
TV.
Quick,
but to getting it inside of every home, and virtually every home's got Amazon, right? Amazon, haven't they? You know, so they're going to see what I believe true boxing is. You know, so where it started, bare knuckle boxing.
I know someone just contact me.
More importantly, the skill level that goes into it. You haven't got the protection of gloves. You can't throw 300 punches around. You have no hands left.
Which is exactly what we were saying just before we were recording, isn't it?
Absolutely. If you throw a jab, hook to the body, and catch an elbow, your hands turn to dust. Okay, so you've got real selective, and every punch has got to count. You know, so that's what we work on here, and James work with his team on elite boxing. We believe that's what overrides everything. You know, so anyone can get fit and strong.
It's getting there first before they get to you, mate.
Go and have a fight until you come up against a skilled boxer. You know, then you're going to be fresh out.
And I was looking at my record and that, I've not come up with pure boxers, most of them. Any more MMA guys can start trying to get out of something, you know what I mean? Like, because, you know, bit
that's the reason.
He's
He's
a boxer.
That's the reason why you've got so good. You're seasoned now. If you're just knocking over wrestlers, that couldn't hit you. It was an easy game for you. You're never going to improve.
Don't have a padded record.
Definitely not.
If anything, it gives you bad habits.
Exactly.
So it gives you bad habits. You know, so James is seasoned now. You know, and so you know, in my eyes, again, not being biased, and my brother, of course, you know, so he would have won that world title. You know, so, you know, I've seen Marley's style many times.
Marley's no more game, mate. You know what I mean? Marley's no more, mate.
But he's a good boxer.
That's what I say. I've been giving all these boxers.
So is he. So it would have made for a great fight. That. You know,
I was buzzing for because I was
former GB squad, mate. Former GB squad. So's Chapman, former GB squad. So I've had a few of the old boxers.
You look at James, you know, James' opponents all through. They've all been names. So, they've all been showcase fights. And so, and any one of them fights could have been top of the bill of any BK. So, you know, your Chapmans, your Georgies. You know, everyone he's fought, you know, so have all been quality opponents. He's not had one knockout. You know, so
no, that's what my record's 4-4. I think it's just right, if you know what I mean.
But you look at those where you didn't get the decisions on them. You know, so
there's all good performances. You know, I always try. You know, you can't just say that.
But you can basically you've got better and better and better. You know, so you know, in glove boxing, BKB, you know, holding on to a no is not, you know, always a great thing. You know, so in the long run. You know,
well, this is what
because people, but people will analyse when it's all said and done. People will analyse the opponents, and true boxing fans will look at the opponents. You see a lot of glove boxers now that hold the world title, and they might have had 38 fights. You never heard of 32.
No.
So, and we follow boxing. You know, so I've never heard of them. You know, so
exactly.
You know, so he doesn't have a record like that.
No.
You know, so again, he's fought some vintage fighters, you know, so top quality, and that's why he's where he is. You know, he's not gifted a world title, he's earned it.
4 years deep in this, man. You know, so 4 years deep in bed.
Looking at everybody on the BKB roster that's held the world title, fought for a world title, have they done it the hard way he's done it? Against those style of opponents that he's had to deal with. You know, so I don't think so. Again, looking from a biased point of view, but even just from a fan perspective, I don't see it anywhere else. You know, so, but that will stand in good stead in the future for him. You know, so absolutely. You know, so and that's why he perform every single time. Though. You know, so he knows what he's got to do this season. Great boxer. You know,
so I can't wait for it.
So when you win that bout, is there anyone you particularly want to fight? Is there anyone that you?
I wanted the rematch with Franco. I wanted to look at the career and think, what's going to get me up? Because this is the sport you don't want to just. I mean, I've done the fight. I believe I could quit tomorrow and I'll still have some name within BK. But I'd have had to hold on to something. So I'm thinking to myself, you don't want to just have a bare knuckle fight. What can I do? Right, I want Franco rematch.
Yes.
What a fight that would be. You know, I mean, that's the sort of fight when if I was to go against Franco again. You won't need anything with that. You don't need a title or nothing. People just come and watch it from the first fight. You know what I mean? Straight away. And then obviously, other than that, I'd like to get the world title and go somewhere else and defend it. I want it.
Okay.
You know what, like Street Fighter 2 Turbo, when you can go around and fight Zangief or
but look what you're doing. I mean, it's like Street Fighter Turbo.
You know, American fight Guile and
you done prize fighters that you've done before. You know what I mean? So 2 fights one night, never done before. You know, so you done all
never
the
done
first timers. You know, so you know, to trial a model of whether it'll work or not. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. You know, so and you know, so he's throughout James' career.
I want to fight Mr. Miyagi or something like that. You know what I mean? Mr. Miyagi from China, from Japan. Let me fight him and see if I can win. You know what I mean? I want it to be more spice to it. It's not just about finding, like training 8 weeks to 10 weeks for someone who lives 2 hours down the road.
Yeah.
Mate, and that's what I started thinking. At the start, you're loving it because there's just enthusiasm's there. But now I'm thinking, right, listen, you get seriously harmed in this. Now, let me go into a fight where I want all the danger and all the reward at the same time. And I need that. I need all the reward and all the danger. I can't have a little bit of danger and a little bit of reward. I need all in. I need all in with it. You know what I mean?
High risk. It has to be high risk.
High risk, mate. You know what I mean? And that's how I want my career to be, mate. Because I won't train as hard. I won't bother getting up out of bed, mate. There'd be no point. You just feel like you're doing it just for the sake of people knowing that you're a better fighter. And I'm way past that, mate. You know what I mean?
Look at that.
No, well, that makes perfect sense. I mean, well, you want to fight the best.
I'm way past all them, mate. I'm going in against some guy you've never heard of or something. I couldn't do it. And people will know with me as well, because I know they haven't heard of the other guy.
Yeah.
You know, in bare knuckle, you know, I know him, so I've never had it anyway, and I will never want it, but I need it to be high risk in my career, you know what I mean? It makes me train, and if you saw the way I train as well, the way I promote, it's all fun to me. The runs when I'm doing the videos, all my training footage, I need that, that's all got to be in with it. And for me to do that, the opponent has to be dangerous, you know what I mean? Like Marley's dangerous, they're all dangerous, mate, but I mean, I'll go against the quality boxers, mate, who can flipping box and flipping punch, you know what I mean?
The best of the best.
And that, to me, people say, oh, it brings the best out of me, you know, it makes me train harder, where I don't want this guy to dare put his hands on me.
Well,
So.
you can't get Don and go into a fight having a sloppy fight camp thinking your opponent's going to be a pushover.
To be honest with you, this whole fight camp, I thought Marley was a lot taller than me. But when I went to the thing now,
you said
we was all about to start coming out with the actual game plan then, you know. Be careful there. So we're going to start doing things with him, mate. That when I saw him face to face in the finger, then we know now. Like, I can do different things now because I'm taller than the kid. I thought he was taller than me. You know what I mean? But the guy's come down from 20 stone. He was a very big lad. Marley was a big lad, mate. You know what I mean? And he's come down through the weights. You understand that he's the British champion in the weight above mine, isn't he? At 82 kilogram when he beat that Gavin Curran. Yeah, he's actually the British champion, the one above, but obviously he won't start coming down now. But he did look a bit drained on that last fight. I did see his eyes were all sunk in and stuff like that. It looked like he crashed that weight a little bit. So maybe it's a good thing for them. And I can say it right now on what's now, this camera and that. I had a perforated eardrum. I couldn't hear out my right ear.
Jesus.
I couldn't hear out my right ear. I had niggles left, right and centre. The only way I can say it is because it's way past the fight, you know what I mean? So by the time the next camp comes, this would all would have been here, but I could not hear out my ear.
Was that done from training?
We've done it from sparring in Spain against one of Spain's champions. Shit. And he had these gloves on here that I've got in my house now. Yeah. And I exchanged my gloves, so I had the red rays. I swapped the gloves, mate. I don't see the gloves I was getting punched with. You'll have to see him one day, but they had holes in them, rips in them. It actually said in there, made in hell on the glove, It said 16, only 16 ounces on the side, but these were just broken down. So I'm getting punched with these for 3 days, finger. But I remember hitting my ear and had a big ring. Have you had the ring inside? Have you had that? Have you had that?
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah. So I took a big kick to the ear and couldn't hear from it.
Couldn't hear nothing.
A high pitched noise.
It's only just starting to come back.
That's sucking noise.
Because I was in Spain and that happened to me. Because I was going into the seawater. Now I've got an ear infection. Now I'm on antibiotics, so I'm taking these antibiotics thinking there's no way I'm going to pull out this fight. There's no way in a million years. Because it was only my ear. People going, isn't your balance off? And I said, no, I seem alright, mate. But said, what about being on the plane? Was the plane? But on the plane, I went proper cold on the plane. I'm dealing with these things now, but in part of me's going, there's no way. There's nothing to stop me from fighting. But in that change room getting ready, I couldn't hear a thing. I remember thinking, boy, but now the fight hasn't happened, I'll get to recover from that, you know what I mean? So I don't know if Marley thinks, he might think, crash that weight a little bit there, I can do it a bit better next time. So it gives us the opportunity to go back better, which I will go back better on this fight. I will go back looking a lot stronger as well. If everyone thought I was fit on that fight, wait till this next camp that I'm going to make sure, because in my camps we write everything down we do. I don't just get up in the morning and go on a run, or I get up and I go and do some punch and bags. Everything's written down and scheduled. So we'll look back, I've done 75 rounds of sparring on my last camp. We'll go back and we'll aim to do 80 now or something like that, you know what I mean? Extra 5 on it or extra this on every bit that we do. And that's what I know I'll be able to be better than last time. So that's the aim on the next camp.
Amazing, can't wait to see it. So,
yeah. Day one, week one, I'm going to be on that flipping phone showing everyone this training, mate. Because if I don't show him, they don't know it's happened, you know? So everyone will go flipping, you don't have to train a lot. I said, listen, me showing you makes me want to do it even more, if you know what I mean. When I'm doing them runs, I'm doing 6 months.
But
when you see 2 elite boxers going at it in bare knuckle, and your boxing aficionados who know what they're looking at will turn around when you see traps being put on the traps on an offset, all those sort of things, great. Usually everyone sees the last thing to happen, the punch, so that's not the last, that's the last thing to happen, not the first thing. When you see 2 skilled boxers going at it and trying to outthink each other and put traps down and double feints, so it's going to be great, and it's going to be a great fight.
It'll be amazing.
Well, we can't wait to see it, so Well, thank you for the words and the interview.
You're welcome.
Thank you for letting us come here, and
by the way, this place is absolutely fucking awesome.
If you're in Birmingham, make sure you get to Connelly's gym,
Get down here. Absolutely.
On point.
An amazing place.
If you want a hoodie or a t-shirt, send us a message.
Great Christmas presents.
Merchandise is there.
As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell.
Catch you on the next one.
Yeah, fuck off.
Peace out.
Okay, I'm going to be faster and swallow. Again. The more relaxed you are, the more powerful you'll be. You also back up. That's it. Nice and relaxed. Push through, tighten not on it. Okay. Okay. Now give me a little roll back and get some depth in that roll. Step up. Tighten not on it. Lock that arm up. Okay. Coming in. Your arm's bending as well the back hand. Same page of spirit. Slip. Yep. 1, 2, 4. There we go. Look up, inside.
What a time we had at Connelly's. Absolutely amazing. Michael and James very, knowledgeable, know exactly what they're talking about, and obviously we got the lowdown on what happened on the 3rd of December.